her love for nature and animals. I've had her, she done brought in stray cats, puppies, everything in the house, sneak them in the house. And we had so many rabbits running around here before, all kind of animals. And when I would tell her they can't stay here because it's, you know, it's just like too much or we got too many animals, she would gather the animals up and take them all the way and find a she would look up a kibbutz on the internet, call and ask them if they could take care of the animals. And she would take them up there. Her and my daughter, that's how much she loved nature and being kind to people. And she was into life. She loved living. Everybody loved her. You know, everybody that she met, she always touched their soul and their spirit. And she was very happy. You know, she was very happy. Of course, all teenagers go through their little, you know, hormonal, let's just say hormonal depressions or whatever. But she was very strong spirited, and she had a lot of plans, and she loved living life. She loved life to the fullest. And she had a lot of plans of things that she wanted to do. And I sat down on the couch and I sat on the floor. And I sat on the couch and I said, something's not right. And then I heard the knock at 2:45. And then I went to the door and I said, who is it? And they said, is this Khydijah Gray? We need to see Khydijah Gray. And my mind said, Toveet. Automatically I started crying. I said, being something happened to my baby. I said, something that happened to my baby. I said, something that happened to Toveet. And he said, hey man, what's wrong? And I walked down the hall and I was grabbing my head. You know, I was grabbing my head. And I said, something that happened to my baby. He said, Ima, calm down, what's wrong? Calm down. And I didn't see anybody in the hallway. And he looked in the people, he said, Ima, everything's all right. He's just him out there. And then so I went back to the people again and I looked and here they come. Here come a few army people when I saw the colors. And I said, oh my God, I said something happened to, you know, my baby. And then I said, Ben, just open the door. You know, I backed up and I stood right there. And my son was standing on the wall right in front of the door. And the woman came in, and there was some men, it was about 4 men and a woman. And she said, Khydijah, she said, you're in Masha Toveet? And I said, yeah. She said, Toveet died. And I said, what? You know, I couldn't believe it now. I fell to the floor. And it's like I was screaming with no tears was coming. I was in shock. And my son was tears and shock because I just kept looking at him. He was standing against the wall. And they had to kind of grab him and like gently move him out the way so, you know, so these other people come in. And I said, how? I said, how many people died? That's what I said, because I thought there's some terrorists went up there in their base and started shooting people, you know, or I thought maybe she died in a bus blow up or, you know, bus crash or. And they said, no, she was on her base. She was in her room. She said she died by herself. I said, by herself? I said, how? They said she was in her room. She wouldn't tell me how at first. She said she was in her room. We found her dead in her room by herself. And I said, well, was it food poisoning? You know, did she eat something? Because she ate a lot of live foods and fruits. She loved fruits and vegetables, and mainly fruits. I would buy her a lot. She wanted this fruit diet now. I would spend like $2,000, $1,800 a month just on vegetables and fruit. Because that's what she wanted to do. And, you know, and I was proud of her. and I would buy her all this fruit. And of course, the other kids ate it too, but so he would wear it out. And so I thought maybe, so, when you eat a lot of live food, you gotta wash it off good. It could be sprays or poison. I thought maybe she died from food poisoning. I said, was it food poisoning? I found her asleep, and she said no. She said she was shot. I said she was shot. I said, how? What do you mean she was shot? At that point, I crawled and I crawled and got up, and then I fell back down and I crawled in the room, and this woman was following me, and I just kept asking her, she died in her room, by herself, how? And she just kept telling me she was in her room, and she kept telling my son. And I did ask them that I wanted to see her, why her commander hasn't come down here yet, and the girl that found my daughter's body. And they said they were very upset and everything. They said they was traumatized. I know if that would have happened to someone else, I would have been there at their parents' house, and I would have been trying to let them know everything that I saw, and comfort. I would have tried my best to comfort them. And I was there with their child. I never felt good about that.